Hello Vikes, I'm Carly.
And I'm Blaine.
And you're watching HNHS Today for Wednesday, January 25th. Let's dive right into the announcements.
Diversity Club is meeting every Wednesday during homeroom.
Seniors, your fall grades have been posted. Please log into your Parchment account and send your updated transcripts to your colleges that you're considering.
Senior night was last night for our girls and boys swim teams. Seniors Kayla Reich, Jeff Gross, Josh Justice, and Trevor Rust were honored.
The girls basketball senior night was also last night. Senior girls Taylor Double, Gabby Leakty, and Haley Rains were honored as well.
This past week was a big week in sports for the Vikes.
Let's head to Wyatt to learn more about the results.
The Lady Vikes took a loss last Friday against Belmont. They scored 40-37. Taylor Double had 14 points and 3 assists. Marissa Trout had 11 points and 3 rebounds. This was also the game Taylor became the 5th girl in school history to score over 1,000 career points. On Saturday, the girls bounced back with a win against Indianapolis Cathedral, winning 37-22. Taylor Double had 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Hayden Bailey had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Gracie Fields had 8 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. The boys basketball team won Saturday against Belmont. They scored 49-47. Eric Hostler had 13 points and 8 assists, while Zach Nash had 12 points and 2 assists. Their next game is on Saturday against DeKalb at home. On Saturday, the wrestling team was in the Northeast A Conference. Both Luke Toish and Nate Elliott got first place in their weight classes, as well as Devin Spencer getting second in his. They will compete in the Carroll Sectional on Saturday. The girls' gymnastics placed 8th out of 13 teams. In all-around standings, Jana Toish placed 12th and Sarah Chris placed 23rd. The Lady Vikes finished the team score of 85.05 points. They will return to action on Monday night against Logansport at 6 p.m. That's all for sports. Now let's go back to the desk.
Thanks for that sports update, Wyatt. If you want to keep supporting your Vikes this season, you could purchase pre-sale girls sectional basketball tickets at the game Thursday, January 26th. The cost of the tickets are $15 each. Tickets will be sold electronically or cash at the door only.
Walkaway meets every Wednesday after school from 3 to 4 p.m. in the Locker Lounge. Bring a friend, walk, talk, and eat snacks.
One of our largest groups here at Huntington North is our show choirs. Let's take a look at Director Aaron Childress and the process it takes to run a show choir.
Hi, my name is Aaron Childress. I am the choir director at Huntington North High School, and I also teach Riverview Crestview Singers at the middle school. Well, it is a wonderful genre of music that kind of combines elements of singing with elements of dance, usually through the pop music medium. We also do Broadway standards, lots of other styles of music, but it is definitely a show that kind of tells a story. Another way people describe it is maybe a mini musical that is about 15 to 20 minutes long and portable. Our first competition is at Findlay next Saturday, and I think our goals are always to go out and do our best. Our competitions for us aren't necessarily about the competition, it's about the experience and getting that learning and growing and that feedback from judges that critique us. But if we don't want to win, then what are we doing it for? So that desire to win kind of always has to be there, but that's not the only reason we do it. We work hard in practices, and that we start to begin to see the fruits of that labor once we put the show on stage and put it in front of an audience. So that's really what I'm excited for next week, is to kind of get an audience reaction for the first time, because that's always really neat. Yeah, the choir sometimes competes out of state. It just depends on the year and how far out of state we go. Last year we got to go to Disney World, so that was way far out of state. But this year we're not doing a major trip, so we're just going one state over, and we do get to do an overnight trip that we won't have to get up quite as early on Saturday morning to get there, so that's nice. It is tricky sometimes to juggle 3 show choirs at once. We have a really great team here, and we have an administration that understands the need to have that and to have support for those organizations or those groups. So yes, it can be tricky. We're at a really great place where we have a lot of support, so I am able to kind of split myself among 3 different competitive choirs. The The tricky part, I think, about it is the Saturdays of competition, because both groups compete on the same day. And that's essentially like coaching two varsity sports on the same day. So it's just a little bit different. So who helps with the creative process? It is definitely a collaborative effort. So lots of people coming together to make one idea come to life. So I start with my choreographer, and we sit down and probably the week after competition season ends to start planning for the next year. And that's kind of where the ideas are developed. And then we send those ideas off to our arrangers, and then they write the music. We also have to get permission to do that and pay for all of the rights for that. So it's a little bit of a process. That's why we have to start so early, so that we can have music ready by the time we start the school year. So there starts with choreographer and director, then kind of moves into what we do with the arrangers to get the music. And then finally it gets in the hands of the kids. I go into a solitary room and cry. And that's the best way to do it. No, it's not that at all. Those competitions are really fun. And honestly, my days at competition, other than the running between the two groups, my job is pretty much sealed up by the time we've ended that last rehearsal, in theory. So it's a lot of dealing with students' needs and what they need that day. So I get a little nervous about that, and making sure that we get to the competition safely, getting from the competition, getting everybody home safely. Those are the things I get nervous about. I have faith in my kids that they're going to perform well. It's just a matter of the other things that are out of my control that I start to get nervous on. So that's really only it. And then for preparing for that, I'm not a procrastinator when it comes to that stuff. So I have all of my things laid out in a bag the night before, ready to go out the door in case I wake up late. So yeah, keep singing. I think the biggest thing that people get scared of is they freak out about auditions. And really it's just a chance for us to get to know you. And the director's it's a little bit of an interview process. And we see if you might be a good fit for us. And we work with you and kind of teach you where you are at the beginning and get you up to the level where we want you to be by the time we perform.
Alrighty, and that is the end of our interview. Thank you so much.
Here at Huntington North, we see so many sports and extracurricular activities. Many of them seem to get lost in all the noise. One of these is the Winter Color Guard. So Solomon aside to interview Miss Easley.
Hey, I'm here with Mrs. Easley. I'm going to ask her a couple questions about the Color Guard.
I teach the Introduction to Culinary Arts classes, as well as the Advanced and Applied Nutrition and Wellness classes. I love getting to work with the kids. It's fun because it's a middle school and high school program, so I get to work with a lot of different age groups, and I get to kind of see a bunch of different personalities and see how they all come together to create a really cool show and create something cohesive and beautiful together. There is a lot that's beneficial. It's great exercise. It's a lot of, it's very artistic, so they're kind of connecting left and the right side brain. It's an interesting kind of activity where you're not just physical, but it's also a very kind of impressive mental game where you have to memorize 3 minutes of choreography and how that works in with the show. You also have to know a bunch of different skills. We work with a lot of different equipment with the flags. We have a rifle line this year, and we're also doing a lot of dance technique, and we're playing with doing dance scarves as well, which is a new and sort of unique thing for Color Guard that was not used very often. We're excited to bring that to the competition. It's a very new program. It's a very young group. There's 15 students in the Guard this year, which is exciting. Last year was the first year the Guard existed, and there were only 6. So we've got 6 returning members, and then everybody else is brand new. So it's been a big year for growth. Obviously, we more than doubled the size of the Guard in 1 year, and then they're all learning a new skill set. Like I said, we added the rifle line this year, so even our returning members who have some experience are learning a new skill, and so it's been impressive to see. We're very excited for our competition season, which starts a week from Saturday at Snyder High School. We only have 5 competitions this season. This season is closed, but we do run 2 seasons. So in the fall, or it kind of starts at the end of the school year, we'll start recruiting for the Fall Guard that works with the marching band, and then August we start recruiting for the Winter Guard and trying to get a group together, and we start rehearsal in October.
The Yearbook Club meets every Monday after school. If you're interested in helping out and being part of the school's history, see Mr. Thorpe Trimble in room 114 for more information.
It's been really cold out lately. Parker is back this week to tell us about the winter weather.
Good morning, Vikes. This is Parker with your weather today, and as you can see here, going to be quite a dreary day today with a high of 33 and a low of 25. East wind between 20 and 25 miles an hour with that 5 to 9 inches of snow falling all throughout this morning and all throughout today and tonight. As you see, heading into our 7-day forecast, you can see here Wednesday and Thursday, both these days of this winter storm before it tapers off Friday, and it should clear out Friday and Saturday before we could see a couple flurries too next Monday. But regardless, it's going to get really cold next week as we had an Arctic blast come in, which we could see several days above roughly 18 or 19 degrees next week. But more on that later. Heading into this winter storm, as you can see here, our entire area coverage, the central part of the state, is under a winter storm warning for winds between 20 and 25 miles an hour. And we could see several inches of snow between 5 and 9 inches, especially in that pink area. This is from the National Weather Service. You can see timing is going to be between 4 a.m. to about 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So that's when the heavier snow is going to come through, and some of the forecast details with moderate to heavy snow at most times. This is from me and Caleb Ivins over at Indiana Storm Chasers. We're thinking 5 to 8 inches at the most central part of the state, with some localized areas of about 9 to 10 inches as well. This is the HRRR model, as you can see here. You can see at the bottom of your screen, most of the snow is going to start coming in. It was going to come in originally as rain late Tuesday night, and it's going to overspread the area as it comes up. And you're going to see here a lot of this heavier banding right towards the central part of the state. As you can see here, again, rehashed. We're going to have these winter storm warnings in effect till around late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning for several 5 to 9 inches of snow. Rehash, this as a HRRR does come in here. We're going to have several inches of snow, pretty much heavy snow all day long, so please only travel if you can or it's necessary for emergencies. Don't go out there to just mess around and have fun. And again, this is going to exit out all the way through Thursday night and Friday, and it should get clear for this weekend. So stay safe, Vikes, and if you're not here Wednesday, see you.
Thank you, Parker, for that winter weather report. Do you think you know Huntington well? Zach went out to quiz the teachers and students to see how well they know their hometown.
All right, I'm here with Mr. Saddington. Mr. Saddington, how many vice presidents were born on Highway 9 that goes through Huntington?
I don't know for sure. I'm going to say 1.
So there's actually 5 vice presidents that were born on Highway 9 that goes through Huntington. So there were 5 vice presidents from Indiana. You, as a history teacher, should know that. Yeah.
What are the other 4?
Don't know, but that's.
Oh, wait, keep it rolling.
Keep
Why not? Why don't you know that?
Because that's not what Google told me. I don't really care. Hello, I'm here with Mr. Scott Bauer. Mr. Bauer, how many vice presidents were born on Highway 9 that goes through Huntington?
Oh, wow, it's called the highway vice president, so they're actually born on the highway. You mean literally on the highway? Because, I mean, that's really, you give birth on the highway, on the road, that's really dramatic.
Well, you know.
That's what my mom did.
Gosh, I'm going to say 3.
There's actually 5.
Oh, man.
But that goes through Huntington and Columbia City, everywhere, yeah.
Yes, yes.
What year was Huntington North built?
Huntington North?
You mean not Huntington South.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're still waiting for Huntington South. It's not going to happen. I'm going to say it's going to be either 1969 or 1970. I'm going to say 1970.
No, it was 69.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. I must warn you, sir, that I am very dumb. So.
That's all right.
Okay.
All right, so we're here with John. Mr. Petrovich, what was supposed to be put in next to the gym, but the idea was scrapped, and then we got the field house?
The new football field, Creek Bottom. That was supposed to go in earlier.
So no, it's actually an auditorium we were supposed to get.
Really?
Yeah.
Like different from that one over there?
What do you mean? There is no natatorium over there.
Natatorium.
Natatorium,
Oh,
yeah.
like a swimming pool.
Swimming pool,
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
All right, so I'm here with Mr. Craig. How many pizza restaurants are in Huntington city limits?
I don't know, 5?
So the number's actually 7.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so thank you.
Yeah. I'm not from Huntington, so I don't really care about the pizza places.
You get a lot of fast food here, though.
Not this year. I've only ate
Really?
one time this year at Wendy's.
Not Burger King?
No, because it's closed.
Thank you for your time. Hi, I'm here with Micah Pence, not Mike Pence, and Peter Pax. This is Grandpa. What is the mayor of Huntington's name?
I believe it's former Vice President Mike Pence.
Yeah. No, it's actually Richard Strick. What famous lawyer practiced in Huntington and then became vice president?
I think it's Matt Roth.
No, it's actually James Danforth Quayle. He's got a museum about him in Huntington, believe it or not. Thank you guys. You guys can go to class now.
All right.
Yeah.
I do not like explosions.
That's all we have for this week, Vikes.
We'll see you soon.
Memorize the bathwater, memorize the air. There'll come a time I wanna know I was here. Names on the door frames, inches and ages. Handprints in concrete at the softest stages. I